all of us. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. Good afternoon to everyone tuned in on our live stream, wherever you may be in the country. Let us know where you are streaming in from. Jane is on the live chat. You are welcome to ask her questions as we go along. For my live studio audience, even when you're sitting far in the back there, reserve any questions that you might have until we are finished. So I'm sure someone have been kind enough to introduce you to DuePoint. Go speak to those people when we are done. This presentation is about 35 minutes, so it's a fairly short and sharp presentation. I hope to give you enough information in the next 35 minutes that you're able to make an informed decision on this business, because it's less a presentation and more an invitation to join us in this business. So it is a proposition, and proposition needs a decision, I think. And so, let me introduce myself. I haven't done that. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. So let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are a registered insurance company. We have been operating in South Africa successfully for nearly 70 years. We were founded in 1952, so we're a very well-established business. It is a brand that you probably don't recognize. It is not a very familiar brand in the public's eye because we've never dealt with consumers before. We have only traditionally always dealt with other financial service providers, but now for the first time through this division, do we now invite members of the public to come collaborate with us here in this business. And so DuePoint is fairly new as a division. As a business, we were founded about 3.5 years ago, so in February 2016 we opened our doors to the public. I'm going to go over a number of factors with regards to the aspirations that the founders had for this business, because it'll give you a lot of relevance, not only for us as a business, but to yourselves, because you are here interested in this partnership, and I imagine it's out of necessity, not because someone told you there's free tea and coffee here on a Wednesday. And so what we wanted to achieve with this business was to create a business that allowed people to engage with it and empower themselves from a financial point of view, right? So you're here really for one reason. That reason is money. And that is the necessity that we aim to serve with this business. And so what we've done is we've created a company very much centered around social entrepreneurship, where we invite community to come collaborate with us in this partnership. And so we have a mandate together. We've got responsibility together in this partnership, and that is to create a greater, more successful business. We want this business to create social impact in every corner of South Africa, not in just pockets. And so we need your help to do that. And if you're able to connect people successfully to this business, the same way you've been connected this afternoon to this business, if you're able to go out and do the same thing, connect people successfully, you are able to create a stake for yourself in this business. We call it a channel of distribution. And if you're able to create a channel of distribution, then you get to share in the benefits of this wealth creation system that we've created. So I'm going to go through the benefits, and this will very quickly allow you to weigh up whether this business is worthwhile or not. So number one, we get to create additional income. You get to create additional income. The nature of that income is recurring. Some people refer to it as passive income or annuity income. There are very few actual businesses that create passive income in South Africa. Annuity income in this business is your opportunity to share in the book value that we create as an insurance company. And that's why I describe it often as you get to create a stake for yourself in this business, right? Being able to create or share in recurring income mitigates a lot of risk, because we are unfortunately very much tied to time as a constraint in earning income. And it doesn't matter what opportunity you look at or what business you're involved in or what job you do, the majority of those opportunities, those income opportunities, are very much constrained and tied to activity, right? We feel this probably mostly in terms of employment, because your employment contract very explicitly states your activity requirement to earn an income. And if anything threatens that, then your livelihood is threatened. And unfortunately, in this economy, many people have been at the sharp end of that fact. Right here at DuePoint, we get to free you of that constraint, because DuePoint pays you for the channel that you build, not for your activity. Our business is not a sales business. It's not commission-based. It's not activity-based, right? This will become more apparent to you when I describe to you the benefits of building an asset that you have ownership over. The power duplication, this is your opportunity to go out and build a team that we allow you to benefit from. You are able to go out and find a resourceful, effective team that can collaborate with you, work with you in building your channel of distribution, which means your channel of distribution can grow exponentially in size. And it means that your income can increase exponentially in this business. At the same time, we have very much built a business on the back of technology, which allows you to create a channel anywhere in the country at any time of the day, because technology does make business simpler and easier and better and faster. And that's why I said to you, we want this business to be able to reach every corner of South Africa. And so it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in a one-horse town. You can be in a rural area. As long as you've got internet, you can build this business. Even if it's from your bed, you can build this business, right? And we've got many wealth engineers that have shown that they can be successful in this business without even seeing people face to face. Our business is very much about wealth creation, but at the same time, wealth protection, right? The two go hand in hand always. It is irresponsible to build wealth without having wealth protection in mind. And this is very much reflected in our products. It is also reflected in a free service that we have for every active wealth engineer, which comes in the form of our legal access service, which is access to a legal advisor, to a lawyer, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Our business has purposely been designed to be very low risk for a number of reasons. One, accessibility. We want everybody to be able to look at this opportunity because it holds very little risk. At the same time, I imagine that you're sitting here, you might be skeptical. There is nothing to lose in this business if you try. And so you're at liberty to try doing DuePoint. Even though today, you might think, well, I don't really know how to do this business. You can still get involved and get going because the learning curve is very shallow and we've removed the risk from this business. There is no starter kit fee. There is no registration fee. There is no box of products that you have to go home with today, right? And so you are free to join this business because there should be no fear in your heart when you consider doing DuePoint. Why do we do that? Because we want it to be accessible. We want to create social impact. We can't bring thousands of people into the business with this risk attached to it because not everyone is successful in this business, right? For a number of reasons. The system is identical to everybody, but some people just don't do anything. And so we can't put them at risk because they don't do anything. And so the business becomes accessible truly to everyone. At the same time, we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. And then for me, as always, the most important benefit is your knowledge that you are building something that you have ownership over. So your channel of distribution is treated as a legal asset. It means you own it. It means you can sell your channel of distribution. If it's producing income every month, it has got intrinsic value, right? You can sell it. It means, very importantly, that it will never retrench you. Who can say they're not going to be retrenched tomorrow morning? Guaranteed. No one can guarantee that. This business will not retire you. That is probably one of the most important factors of this business because that is often where the biggest risk lies to many of us. Those of us that are employed, who can say the people that are employed are going to have a wonderful, rosy retirement? You are looking forward to retirement. Your investment is looking great. You can't wait to get to 65. You're going to spend the next 30 years, 65 to 95, living out your glory days. None of us can say that. Why? Because investments have failed us. The economy has failed us. The country is failing us at the moment, right? That system doesn't work anymore. That might have worked for our parents, perhaps. Actually, it hasn't, because my father can't afford retirement. My mother-in-law can't afford retirement. Many people I speak to cannot afford retirement. We're all in the same boat, right? One of our wealth engineers is a broker. He went to a big broker conference at the Discovery head offices in the last month, and he said that number of people that are able to retire financially independent is growing smaller and smaller and smaller, right? When I looked at the statistics, when we started this business, only about 5% of our population could retire comfortably. The rest of us became deemed financially dependent upon retirement. That means when you get to 65, and you've just given 45 years of service to building someone else's asset, you have nothing to show for it. You have to go look for another job. You have to make a phone call to your children asking for support. This business is about getting you past that risk, right? Is it about empowering you, giving you dignity back, especially when you get to that age? Because assets don't retire you. They don't stop paying you when you get to 65. This business will pay you through your 60s, through your 70s, through your 80s, till the day you die, and assets don't disappear when you die. You get to create legacy and actual wealth in your lifetime because you get to seed your channel of distribution to your spouse, to your children, perhaps even to your grandchildren. And so I'm hoping people will look at this business and say, it is worth putting in a lifetime of effort because I'm building something I have ownership over. In the long term, right? I'm hoping that this business shows you that you have long-term aspirations for once. I know we're all focused on the end of the month. And then finally, there's absolutely no selling involved in our business. I always chuckle because I know the moment someone came to you and said, come look at this business, your first question was, what are we selling? What are we selling? What are the products, right? We remove that from you completely, explicitly in your contract, actually. And so you don't have to sell anything. You don't have to tell people about any product in the business. Your only job is to connect people to this presentation, to the opportunity to create income. The opportunity in this business far outweighs the benefits of the products I'm going to show you. And so where should your focus lie? Trying to tell people about the product or a business that can save your life in the long run, right? And so you're not selling, you're only connecting. And because our products are financial in nature, there are no boxes. There's no stock, there's no distribution. How many of us have been involved in business with boxes? Boxes in your boot, boxes in your garage, right? You'll never have to worry about that constraint ever again. And so we make this business very convenient. But your success is very much predicated on your ability to build a channel of distribution. It begins with you. So I'm going to show you what a channel looks like. It begins with you. You need to make the decision to become a wealth engineer, to become a product owner, and to go out and start connecting other people to this business. If you tell other people about this business, if they see this business, people will join it. They will join it, I guarantee you, because the necessity exists. And so in this little example I'm showing you, you've got 5 people that you've connected to the business successfully there. And then out of those 5 people, some of those people are going to go out and start duplicating. In other words, they're going to go tell other people about the business. And so you have this natural organic growth that takes place in your channel, whether you like it or not even, right? And that's the beautiful thing. And so over time, your channel could look like this. Every little dot represents a product owner that is affording you a monthly return of income paid into your account every single month. This is the asset you're building, the asset you own that doesn't retrench you, it doesn't retire you, it doesn't disappear when you die. How do we pay our wealth engineers every single month? It's based on what we call a return, a monthly return. That's based on a figure of this R27.50 for every product you have in your qualified channel. So it depends on where that product lies in relation to you. So your channel will organically grow from the center outwards, right? The closer the product is to you, the more you'll get paid. So anyone on your first point, so those are people that you've personally introduced to DuePoint, we call that your first point, you actually get paid 55 Rand for every product on your first point every month. Remember, it's recurring income. You are almost getting a royalty of the stake that you've built in this business. When those people go out and introduce other people, that's your second point, you earn 55 Rand again on your second point, and then as the product gets further away from you, you see that multiplier starts to reduce on the table, all the way out to the 8th point. By the 8th point, you're still earning 4% of the R27.50, and we will carry on paying you 4% of that R27.50 from point 8, in theory, to infinity. Because we do not place any limitation on how big your channel can get at DuePoint. There is no limitation to how much money you can earn at DuePoint. There is no cap. In entrepreneurship, in true entrepreneurship, there is no cap. Right? In our day jobs, there's a cap. It doesn't matter who you are. You can be a heart surgeon, you can be an electrician. There is a cap to how much money you can earn. Why? Because your income is constrained to time, and there's only so much time in a day. Here at DuePoint, you are engaging truly in an entrepreneurial business where I'm telling you the sky is the limit. If you want to build the greatest stake in this insurance company, you're only stopping yourself, right? And so I hope that you're able to lift your eyes and go, what are my prospects long term in this business? Our aspiration for people engaging in this business is to create wealthy families. Wealthy families. Wealth is a sustainable term. Wealth is not created in the short term. It's created in the long term. And so when you look at this business, I hope that your imagination runs wild and you get to imagine yourself not 5 years' time, but where you're going to be in 20 years' time or 40 years' time. Because you'll most certainly contribute 45 years to your employer. What are you going to contribute to yourself? People still want to know, well, how much can you earn in the short term in this business? As I said, this business serves necessity, and the necessity is always in the short term. So that's certainly where we focus. So we built a 5-year plan. It's a 60-month plan, and this plan follows somebody who's able to connect at least 2 people onto their first point every single month. This is very moderate activity, right? So if we start out, within 6 months, you're going to be earning close to 2,500 Rand a month. This accelerates quickly because our business leverages exponential growth. After 12 months, you could be close to 9,000 Rand a month. After 24 months, you're going to be close to 28,000 Rand a month. 3 years into the business, close to 50,000 Rand a month. 4 years into the business, that'll jump to about 70,000 Rand a month. And 5 years into the business, you'll be close to 85,000 Rand a month, which is about R1 million in annual recurring income. Now, I know this is academic, right? And so I don't plan to convince you with this formula because it is academic. It's complicated. It's built by actuaries. It takes into account a lot of business data that we have, and it's accurate. But I'd rather show you people that are actually doing the business, and you're free to go look at all the people we've interviewed over the last 3.5 years. So you can go listen to their stories. They will tell you about the ups and downs, the challenges of the business. They are very open in their testimonials. But this month we've got 3 individuals that we invited onto stage. Peter and Rena Kluti. They're from Johannesburg, been in the business since day one, right? Peter was involved, Rena wasn't, and they built a bit of a channel for themselves. It was producing income for them, and then they disappeared. We didn't see them for 2 years. We paid them every single month in that 2-year period, even though they did absolutely nothing. Why? Again, we are not an activity-based business. It is not commission. It is not sales. We pay you for the channel that you build in the business. They built a channel. The channel doesn't disappear when you stop working. Your income disappears when you stop working at work. Not here, right? And so they earned money every single month. But fortunately, at the beginning of the year, they got back involved in the business. Rena joined Peter, so they combined their efforts, and their income quadrupled. It went from under 2,000 Rand to nearly 8,000 Rand in the space of 9 months. Where else can you increase your income by 400% in this economy? It doesn't happen, right? And there is a clear demonstration of leverage. They introduced 30 people. See at the bottom there? 33 people on their first point, but they have a channel with over 300 people in it. They didn't go find the 300. They found the 33. The 33 helped them find the other 300. That is leverage. That is gearing. You want that. You want gearing to work in your favor, right? It makes business much easier. Then we've got Philip Fourie. So Philip Fourie is one of the great examples in our business of being able to do DuePoint even though you're remote. So he was living on an equestrian farm just outside George, not even in George, outside George. And he was able to build, in the space of 9 months, a business valued over 20,000 Rand already. In the space of 9 months, right? So he has hit the 18-month mark in half the time. How has he done it? Well, there you can see. He's introduced 100 people in the space of 9 months. Those 100 people have helped him find another 600 people. And so he is a wonderful testimony to being able to actually do this business from anywhere in the country. So a couple of weeks ago, he's moved to Port Elizabeth. Whether that's going to help his business or not, I'm not sure. But he's definitely moved to a more urban area. We have got thousands of people joining this business every single month. Everybody is different. Everyone's got different aspirations, different levels of commitment. But you'd be happy to know that the system is identical for everybody. It is identical. And so you get to decide what you want from DuePoint. Decide what you want from DuePoint. What problem will DuePoint solve for you in your life? We all have different needs, right? I'll never tell you that DuePoint is for you until you know what DuePoint can do for you. So understand what it can do for you. Allow that to be your short-term aspiration. But at the same time, I want you to understand what DuePoint can do for you in the long term. Because once you meet that short-term aspiration, I don't want you to stop. I want you to carry on going. I want to see. I get very excited. My greatest wish in this business is just to get a sneak peek of where some people are in 40 years' time in our business. You look at someone like Philip, who's at already 20,000 Rand after 9 months. Where's he going to be? If he carries on going at the speed he's going, where will he be in 20 years' time? On top of the returns program, we have a rewards program, which is added benefit for every wealth engineer. Our rewards program is basically these rewards you get when your channel hits certain sizes, right? We call them ranks, and you can see it takes on many forms. There's cash checks along the way, there are incentive trips, there's even motor cars, there's all kinds of things. So I'm going to take you through a couple of the ranks fairly quickly. At rank 5, we give you a business toolkit value of 1,200 Rand. It's really made up just DuePoint merchandise so that you look like you are heavily invested in the business, which is always important, which you can certainly do from day one. You don't have to wait till you get to rank 5. At rank 7, we take that a very big step further because we get manufactured for you very fancy, luxurious business cards because they cost us 17,000 Rand to manufacture one set of cards. Right? What is the purpose of that? Why would anyone spend that amount of money on? Because I know you wouldn't spend that on yourself. Right? We do that because we know it is going to enhance your business. It is going to set your business, your DuePoint business, head and shoulders above every other business that your prospect gets to see. Because no one has got business cards like this. And so if I put down a 17,000 Rand business card, that person will take me way more seriously than all the other businesses they saw and will see in future. Rank 9, we do this with rank 9 too. Rank 9 from your point of view might just look like a great holiday, but it serves purpose with regards to your business. And so rank 9 is a 5-star luxury trip for 7 days. It's all expenses paid trip. We only fly business class. You do not spend a cent. From the time we pick you up at your house to the time we drop you off 7 days later, you will have not spent a cent. And you get to really experience what holiday feels like as a multi-millionaire. Because we would never spend 200,000 Rand on a trip for 7 days on ourselves, right? So why do we do it? Because we're trying to expand your mind to understand what opportunity lies in store for you in this business. We want you to feel what it feels like to actually be wealthy, because DuePoint wants to take you there permanently, not just 7 days of the year, permanently. Right? But that again, it happens in the long term, but you can achieve this in the short term. And if you maintain your channel, if you build from rank 9 onwards, we will take you on this trip every single year with your family for the rest of your life. Forever. Every single year you'll know that you're getting an invitation from DuePoint, like our rank 9s did about 2 weeks ago. Right? Because our trip is 10 days away. And some of them will be joining us for their 4th trip. So take a look. We've documented the last 2 trips. These have both been in Mauritius. In 10 days' time, we go to Mauritius again. They're all different resorts. But they are all 5-star, very family-orientated. And hopefully inspiring. So by rank 9, I'm not used to turning the lights on myself. I nearly forgot. You need 1,000 products in your qualified channel to reach rank 9. So at this stage, you're already earning close to 20,000 Rand a month. The record is 5 months. From someone opening up their laptop 5 months later, they had 1,000 products, earning 20,000 Rand a month and coming on DuePoint trips. Right? Hopefully someone will break that record. 2 ranks later, we spend 250,000 Rand buying you a brand new car. We pay for that car cash. It is placed in your name. There are no DuePoint stickers on the car. It's not a billboard. It is your car. You get to go home, park that car in the garage. No debit order at the end of the month. Right? And so this has become a reality for our latest rank 11s this month. Yesterday I went and joined them in Vereniging at the dealership where they chose a brand new car. We transferred the money the same day and they drove off in a brand new car with some fanfare, and we'll be advertising that fanfare later this week. And that is a sneak peek into our rewards program. It goes up to rank 28. I'm only showing you the first third of the program, which is about the first 2 years for a very active wealth engineer. We don't reset you anywhere along the way. If you build slowly, maybe it takes you 10 years to get to the car, right? But if you can make slow incremental progress, you will get to rank 9. You will get to rank 11. Your income will increase. But if you give up, it disappears. It doesn't disappear, actually. We still pay you when you give up, right? But your progress might stop. Our products are very much based on many of the premises I've discussed with regards to our business opportunities. So if we look at our products reflect exactly the same values as our business does. And that is being able to create opportunity for people to build wealth, to protect their wealth regardless of their age, their health. Right? These are typical factors when we look at insurance that causes our premiums to increase. We've removed that discrimination from many of our products. So, Access Wealth is our first product. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand a month. This is actually 2 products rolled into one. It's an investment and an insurance product together. The investment portion is 100 Rand that gets contributed out of that 324 Rand into a tax-free investment fund in your name. You've got full access to that fund. And then the insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Anyone over the age of 18 can take out this product. The price is the same. It doesn't matter whether you're 70 or 60 or 80. It doesn't matter whether you have a heart condition, whether you're struggling with cancer. The price is the same for everybody. The same goes with our Wealth Guard product. Wealth Guard product is strictly insurance. It's only insurance. It is going to cost you only 249 Rand a month, and it is going to give you 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. And then we have our funeral cover product in the form of Family Wealth. Family Wealth is going to start at 299. It gives you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to 5 additional family members. You can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. You as the principal member also get up to 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection once you claim against your death. And you can see there, no excluded pre-existing conditions. This product does have an age limit to get in on, and that is 70. As long as you join this product as a dependent or as a principal member under the age of 70, we will then cover you for the rest of your life. So it becomes a full life cover product, right? You can live to 130, you'll still be covered with Family Wealth. And then we have Legal Guard. So for legal indemnity, 249 Rand a month only, gives you 250,000 Rand, 250,000 Rands worth of legal indemnity per matter that you might face. It comes with a host of services, legal services at least, with regards to legal representation around divorces, CCMA matters, agreements. Probably the most popular service requested through this product is issues with landlords and tenants, believe it or not, and we will assist you in all of those. You've got trauma counseling, and it is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You can add additional family members to this product for only 25 Rand a family member per month. And then we have Wealth Points. Wealth Points is going to cost you 299 Rand a month. You get to share in all the benefits, the discounts, and the services that we've negotiated with the list of suppliers, the list of partners that you see there. So we have just added 2 new brands to the Wealth Points partner list, and that is Mahindra and Mazda. So they complement Ford very nicely. And wonderful demonstration of the product is Zacchaeus, who bought a brand new Ford last month. They gave him a 40,000 Rand discount, and they drove the car to Nelspruit, to Bombela, to deliver it to him. Right? Great example of discount and service. being represented through our Wealth Points product. So you can go look at a more in-depth analysis of each of the products. This will give you a much greater sense and appreciation for the products that we've innovated. They are very innovative products. You will be it'll be very difficult to go compare and find products that match up to what DuePoint does, but go watch that, especially if you join us in this business so that you can appreciate what we've done with regards to the product. Our Achiever Quest, for those of you that need money now, you don't have to put your hands up. I know everyone needs money now, especially this time of the year. You're starting to think of all those costs coming up. Holidays, Christmas, school fees, the kids' school shoes, stationery. The costs over December and January are truly stressful. And so if necessity serves it, this incentive can certainly help you. But it requires your effort because you have to be able to connect 10 or more people in a single month who pay successfully in the same month. But if you can do that, and we've got many wealth engineers that do this every single month, if you do 10 people or more, we will give you 5,000 Rand. If you do 20 people, we'll give you 10,000 Rand. If you do 30 people, we'll give you 15,000 Rand on top of your return. And so even as a brand new wealth engineer, if this is your first day, your first month in the business, you still, if you're able to connect a person a day on average, you will earn around 16,500 Rand in your first month at DuePoint. So be aware of the Achiever Quest. A little bit of background on our business. As I said, we're a division of Constantia. Constantia is a registered insurance company. And we're part of a listed entity called Conduit Capital. And so I give you this information so that you are able to rest in the knowledge that when you partner with DuePoint, that you can be proud of the partnership. I want you to be proud of the partnership. You might have arrived skeptical today, but I certainly don't want you leaving skeptical, right? We get rid of skepticism, not because someone tells us not to be skeptical, because we've done our homework and we've looked at all the information and gone, actually, this is a business I can trust. Because we've got a 70-year track record that you can go look at. Because we're a public company, you can go download the annual report. You can rest in the knowledge that we are audited publicly every single year. Right? So go do your homework on the business, because if you're going to give yourself the responsibility of connecting other people into this business, you better be able to trust it. Right? Because you don't want to lead other people into issues. Right? So go do your homework. Go to the website. Go to Constantia's website. You can go to the FSCA website. Go type in Constantia. Go look at all the financial licenses we have. But go do that for yourself. And so for me, the decision that you need to make is not whether you want to join this business or not. I'm not talking to the people that don't see the opportunity. For the people that do see the opportunity, I want you to be able to figure out how to fit DuePoint into your life. Make that intentional decision of, okay, I'm interested, how am I going to connect people? Because the connecting people is where the wealth lies. It's not in the joining. Connecting people is where the wealth lies. So how do you tell someone about DuePoint this afternoon? You might be terrible at it the first time. But if you're intentional about it and you keep doing it and you've already figured out how you're going to do it tomorrow and over the weekend and in the week while you're working, if you can make this business a habit in your life, I promise you can only but succeed in this business. But you have to make that decision. Getting started, very simple. Register as a wealth engineer. The person hosting you can show you how to do that. It's a very quick process. Download the DuePoint app for yourself. That becomes your primary business tool at DuePoint. Go watch the training. Become an expert in this business, because this business will make you money. Right? And so you want to be an expert in it. The only reason we want to be experts in the companies that we work for is so that we don't get retrenched. Here, you get to enjoy the upside of being an expert in the business, right? Because your income can increase every single month. And then we only start, so this is an important fact, we only start paying you once you have 3 people in your business paying successfully in the same month. We don't pay for 1 or 2. We pay once you get 3 and more. So that is your first goal. So before you leave here, if you're interested in joining DuePoint, you tell the person that's hosting you, I will find 3 people by the weekend. Or by next week. It needs to become a short-term goal that you attack aggressively. Why? Because only when DuePoint puts money in your account will you believe this business works. Get DuePoint to put money in your account, right? You can do it very quickly. You can do it in the space of a few days. So make sure you make that a short-term goal. There's the social media platforms you're available on. The app is available for Android and Apple devices. And then the website has an online store where you can go invest in some merchandise. Why? Because you're investing in yourself when you buy merchandise. Because when you arrive, and this is true in business, you go speak to anyone involved in sales in their business, they've got business cards, they've got a notepad, they've got their pen, they're wearing a branded top, right? Why do they do that? Do they do that for fun? No, they do it for the same reason that advertising and marketing is so prevalent in business, right? Do it for yourself. Please go get yourself business cards. Even a notepad. If you can't afford the business cards, get a notepad and a pen at least, but go invest in merchandise. And with that, we are done. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, even the two ladies at the back. And if you have any questions, you're most welcome to speak to me, but go speak to the person hosting you. I'm sure they can answer all your questions. And for every audience I have the pleasure of addressing, my sincere hope is that you, whether you do it through DuePoint or not, is that you're able to find some prosperity, right? The circumstance is not going to change for us, right? Apathy is your greatest enemy. Find something that you can sink your teeth in, make it a habit in your life, and find prosperity. I truly believe that DuePoint can do that for you faster than any other business with the least amount of risk, because we can't afford risk, right? I think DuePoint can do that for you. Nonetheless, I wish you all the best for the season coming up. Good luck, and make it happen for yourself. It's the only person that's going to do it. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. 50 groups online.
Nice.